And it is sunny outside.
Sun is shining.
How'd you pronounce this?
Vaseline. Do you say Vaseline?
Yes. Yes.
Say
It's my
it.
Vaseline.
They don't even say Vaseline.
It's spelled Vaseline.
Lean.
No.
Literally, the brand itself calls themselves Vaseline.
Okay, but do you say Vaseline or do you say baseline?
Vaseline and baseline aren't the same words just because they look the same.
They practically are. You just change one letter.
Listen, I'm not getting into this because it clearly indicates that you're a plantain person, and I don't need to go down that hole.
What, you Caribbean?
No, because it's plantain.
What? It's what?
It's plantain.
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 It's plantain. Man.
Do you say mountain?
Ah, here we go.
I'm gonna climb the mountain.
Do you say mountain?
Don't come with no plantain.
Listen, it's definitely plantain and Vaseline.
Plantain, Vaseline. Anyway,
We're not gonna.
are we recording this?
We're not gonna. I believe so, but
Okay, so this is just a random clip to throw out to the audience.
We're not gonna
Is it
agree.
plantain or plantain, and is it Vaseline or Vaseline? I can't even pronounce that.
Are you acting as if you got it's
Vaseline?
Vaseline? Yeah. You don't say Vaseline, do you?
My mom did not rub me down in Vaseline as
I don't
a child.
care what your mom did to you.
Put that on the Instagram and let the people answer that one.
Okay, I've been saying Vaseline for years.
Did somebody tell you to say is this a familial thing?
No, I went to school.
And
I went to school.
have you
same way I pronounce.
Have you met someone who says Vaseline?
Several people.
Is several like 3?
No. I've met more than 3 people.
4. Anyway. Loud at.
You guys, you decide, okay? I don't know. I'm saying it's plantain.
Plantain.
And Vaseline.
Vaseline.
So.
Thanks.
You guys be the judge, okay?
Team Lori or Team JT?
Team JT, right? City Girls are up. No, I'm joking. Guys, welcome back, okay? Welcome back to the Mabba Don't Judge podcast. I'm your host, JT Bavangila, and I am with the lovely...
Lori Hall.
Okay. If you guys watched us on episode 1, you know what we're about. You know why we're here. You know who this beautiful girl behind us is. So if you don't know, if you want to know the history behind Mabba Don't Judge, all of that, go and watch episode 1 of this podcast, okay? Without going into it in too much details, okay, we're going to start. And I know I said it before in episode 1, but I'm actually going to repeat this part because I think we have to do more of showcasing the talents of our young people.
Yes.
And this song, the theme song, was created by one of our very lovely young people, one of our Mabba mentees called Brianna, a very talented up-and-coming musician. And she made this for us, so enjoy it, okay?
People, this is for you. We wanna build community for the whole of the city, helping people rise, yeah, their vision looks pretty, giving young people a voice in a way, no judgment, just hope, making change every day. And we're changing the scope, Mabba, staying true to the oath. Let the whole city know we're planting seeds that can grow.
Okay, guys, welcome back. I've had a change of heart, okay? I feel like because it's still earlier on, I'm going to briefly talk about Mabba and who we are and what we do. So I'm JT Bavangila, I'm the founder of Mabba. Lauren, what do you do for Mabba?
I am the sales and marketing exec for Mava.
Yeah, she is, and she's fantastic. So we are a youth social enterprise. We work with local government. We work with private companies, different organizations to facilitate projects, events, and programs that will empower young people, specifically those that are not in education, employment, or training. And we made this podcast to give a voice to young people, a space where they can fully be themselves without judgment. So Maba, don't judge. Let's get into it. Laurie, what are we talking about today?
All right. So first on our docket, we're looking at music. And funny enough, we did kind of address this in the previous episode, but it is important that we're going to bring it back because
Let's talk about it.
It's the summer. And I have a question for the people. Where are the summer songs? Why do we no longer have summer bangers? Like there was once a point in time where everyone knew the words to this specific song.
Yeah.
And you knew, regardless of where you were, that it was going to be a lit time once the song came on. Like for me, I'll give you two songs. I remember when Rich Homie Quan's Lifestyle came out. And I never sat down and learned the lyrics, but I knew the lyrics. Because everywhere I went, this song was on repeat and everyone knew it. And the second one, Bodak Yellow by Cardi B. That came out, and in that, I think that was the same year I moved out here. And I knew Bodak Yellow had an impact when I went out to a party in Manchester.
Yeah.
And they started playing
In
that.
Manchester?
In Manchester. They started playing that, and people in the party started rapping that.
Give the people a little rendition if they don't know what the...
I'm the hottest in the streets. Know you probably heard of me. Got a bag of fix my teeth. Hope you know it ain't cheap. And I pay my mama's bills. I ain't got no time to chill.
Hold on. So who was listening to this in Manchester?
All the people out of Manchester at the party I was at.
What party?
So
I'm trying to figure out the demographic in Manchester.
Okay, the demographic.
so that people will be listening to this.
The demographic was uni students.
Oh, okay. Makes sense.
If you want, we'll be politically correct. Urban uni students.
Could you do that?
Because that's what they like to say when they're trying to be politically correct about people.
Urban.
And it was just such a big song. Now I want to know from you. Do you have a song that was a big, like I can remember when, what is it, my bestie, she my bestie. When that was out, I knew the lyrics.
Yeah. Wait, what's your question?
Like, do you have a song that, or do you know of a song or can remember a song that was like that for you?
A song that came out?
That was like a summer banger or was like an anthem that everybody knew.
Do you know what? I briefly touched on it on the last episode. It was a bit premature of me too. But like I said, I think I still stand on the fact that the best era for music that I can remember, like the period of 2008 to 2012, 13, like, I don't know, in the UK as well, and especially like the summer during that time, it was really summer. I felt like everyone was outside. We used to have water fights. And I don't know if they still do. I mean, I'm a lot older, so obviously I don't do that now. But
I would love to go to a little water fight party at my tender age.
And there was so many tunes back then. I think Super Bass.
Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, I think
Super Bass.
Yeah, Super Bass was like, that was a summer banger.
I knew Super Bass was a big tune when I saw the Hardest Amanda singing Super Bass.
Wait, you saw who? You saw what?
I saw the guys. I saw the Mandem. They were outside rapping Super Bass with their whole chest.
You saw Mandem rapping Super Bass?
Yes, that's when I knew Super Bass was an impactful song.
Where was this?
Okay, so the Mandem over in Turks. Because we got them. We do. Every community has.
The Mandem in Turks and Caicos.
Yes.
They don't know that you're from there.
Oh, sorry. I am from Turks and Caicos. Beautiful.
Obviously, she doesn't have a Scouse accent, so she's not. Yeah. Okay.
I live in Liverpool. I am a Scouser at heart, but I am from the Turks and Caicos, and
beautiful island.
The best place in the world.
Yeah.
voted best.
And they
beats in
have
the world.
mandem.
They do.
And they
We're rapping super. If you put super bass on, you know what song?
What?
If you put on in the club today, and it'll be Lone Man singing the song "When I See You" by Fantasia, and they will sing
That's
it
a
with
tune
their
still.
whole chest.
That's a tune still.
Exactly. And I just feel like songs like that aren't being freshly made anymore.
No, it's a different time now.
Yeah, I don't know if it's because we're in the
different
TikTok era where all the older songs are now being recycled. Like my little cousin recently discovered, what is it? You're a Jerk. And she was like, oh, this is a new song. I was like, nah, sweetie. No.
Yeah.
You know, like TikTok is such a place where, and I love it for this reason, that there's a resurgence of songs, but it's not encouraging new songs to be made. And I guess because people are only learning snippets now anyway. Whereas back then I knew verse 1, verse 2, the chorus, the hook, the bridge.
Yeah.
You knew all parts.
Yeah.
And now it's just like it's up in the air. And I feel like we need to get back to that.
We do need to get back to it.
Maybe I'm just craving too much nostalgia.
Maybe, but there's a lot of things that that we need to, when like you might meet an older person, they're like, I'm old school. I say that now, to be fair. I feel like I'm old school, but there's a lot of things that we can take from the past that would serve us, that would still serve us till today.
Yeah.
And there are things where, there are new things that are being created that are not bad, but we need to find a way to merge the two. So I will encourage every young person, if you're a musician out there, there is a resurgence of old forms of music.
Sample them songs.
Yeah. And this is the time to do it. This is the time to do it. And if you can come up with a summer banger, you're more than welcome to. We have a studio upstairs. So yeah, if you're interested, reach out. You can use the studio upstairs to make your music. Yeah. What do you think?
I would say, and this is my challenge, not just to the youth who are in music, I am presenting this challenge to all musicians. My challenge is create a song, and I'm looking at you, create a song that can be the theme song of the summer for 2026. We already had that whole 2026 is the new 2016. You know what 2016 had? Theme songs, okay?
Like what?
2016 had bangers.
Like
2016 had bars. Lifestyle by Rich Homie Quan.
That came out in 2016?
I think it came out in 2015. I think it genuinely came out in 2015. Or even, you know what came out in 2017?
What?
I don't know if you know. Do you know T Grizzly?
No, who's that?
Oh my God. So T Grizzly is this rapper.
Sounds like a roadman.
Yeah. So T Grizzly's first song out was called First Day Out. This was his most popular tune.
Okay.
And First Day Out was actually when he was fresh out, First Day Out. And it's like, you go around certain people who were out partying in 2017 and all you have to say is Joy Road, and they start rapping because it's like,
oh, wow.
Joy Road, but the money long as... I'm ready. So that is my challenge.
Okay.
Present a song for the summer. And as for our young people, what I say to you is get creative. Have fun with music.
Yes.
Have fun.
Absolutely.
Let's enjoy ourselves again.
Absolutely.
All right. So now what I want to do is look at education.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh, yes. Let's talk about it.
Okay, so the tuition fees in the UK are currently rising. The university fees were initially at $92.50, and now they're going to be inching more towards $99.
What when you went to uni, what was it?
It was $92.50.
It was $92.50.
Yes.
Okay.
And when I moved out here, my gosh, wow, I'm about to show my age. So I keep talking about 2017 and stuff like that. I moved out here in 2017. It's 2026. So it's been 9 years since I started
9
university.
years, wow.
And so that was the cost at the time. So they are just changing it. This is their first increase in years. And I understand why the increase is needed because inflation has happened. Everyone has been talking about the cost of living is going up. But what they haven't been talking about is the fact that universities have been very dependent on international students to supplement the money that they wouldn't have gotten from domestic students. So what has happened now is that there are greater restrictions placed on international students, that they are now not coming to the UK in the amount that they used to for university. And so these universities don't have that amount of money from the international students pumping in anymore because of all these restrictions. And I feel like this is a new challenge because it's a bit twofold. In a way. So the government has set it up where there are heightened restrictions on international students, right? So you've blocked out these students who would have been coming and would have been paying the higher fees to go to university that would supplement it. But now you're like, all right, let's pass on the fees to the domestic students who are here in the UK, you know? And it's one of those things where the balance is off. And for me, I would have been technically classed as a domestic student on the basis, for those of you who don't know, Turks and Caicos is actually a British overseas territory.
It is, yeah.
We are still ruled by Britain, and as such, we are counted as British citizens. But in addition to that, I still found a lot of benefit in having students in my class who were international. And I also found benefit being, I guess, a comfortable middle between being international and domestic, because you get to experience a new culture. And one thing I would say is we also encourage students here to take those study abroad years and to do those semesters abroad so they can experience those different cultures. So maybe I'm a little biased on this one, but I just feel like if we're able to go to these other countries and experience these different things, why is it now that we're restricting people even more from coming in here and experiencing these things, especially when it brings new ideas, it brings people with new perspectives, it broadens your horizons. I think he spoke about it on the last episode about the fact that you've traveled and seen the world and stuff, and that has allowed you to broaden your scope. And I feel like people don't understand the privilege it is where your scope can be broadened and you can understand different cultures simply by being in the same room with someone who is from a different culture than you and being willing to get to understand them better.
Absolutely.
You know? So I feel like, yes, the tuition fees are rising, and that's already a challenge because people are already a bit uninclined to go to university, but also the tuition fees are rising because we're telling these students who can bring something, don't come.
I mean, that was going to be my next question. I think growing up, there's always, from our parents especially, there's always been a sort of linear approach to life.
Yeah.
As in, everything is structured in this way and there's only one road to go to. Like you're born, you go to primary school, secondary school, university, get married, have children.
Yeah.
So that's usually the approach. But then growing up, we've come to learn and find out that there are many ways to do many things. Yeah. And there are many. I love education, obviously, I do. Like that was when we were making Mabo and we were thinking like education is crucial. Now, should I rephrase that? Actually, education is important, but what's more important is the learning aspect of education.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I love learning, but my challenge has always been to find a way of learning that's conducive to how I receive information. Yeah. So I say that to say a lot of young people now, they even come to us and ask for advice and like, should I go to uni? Mum wants me to go to university. Dad wants me to go to university. Should I go to university? Yes or no? And then they look at the tuition fees and they look at everything else that's happening in the country and they think, I don't want to. And then they end up being neats, essentially. Let me ask you that question before I ask the audience. Is it still worth it going to uni in 2026?
I think...
And this is from someone who's been to uni.
Someone who's been to uni and someone who... I have both a master's and a bachelor's.
Come on.
Do I think it's worth it going to university? I think certain things you benefit from university more than others. Like clearly, I think if you're going to do a trade or something like that, then perhaps university isn't the route for you. That's more of a hands-on experience where you need to build that skill set. But then there are other things. For me, I'm in marketing. And I know a lot of people currently in marketing who have never studied marketing. And they've done well in those fields that they've now drifted into. But what I would say, I guess, not necessarily gives me a leg up, but allows me to think a little differently is I can look at the theories I was taught in uni. Beyond that, beyond just the learning aspect or the traditional learning aspect of university, I think university was a great benefit to me because of the experiences I gained from it. Through university, I got my first 2 jobs in England. Through university, I was able to travel to China. I was in China for 2 weeks. I was in Germany for a week. Through university, I met some amazing people who, to this day, would still be people I would connect with and who are a part of my network. And I'm so grateful for that. So university, in my mind, goes beyond just being able to learn things that allow you to get this piece of paper at the end. It's about the experience you build up that shapes you into being a bit of more well-rounded person.
Absolutely, yeah.
So that's why I would say I think it's still valuable, but I think as well that you have to be mindful about what it is you want to do and how useful it will be.
Yeah, I think that's the perfect answer. I've always said the same thing whenever I've been asked this question. There's a lot of nuances to this, and it's all dependent on what you want to do.
Yeah.
Really and truly, there's certain things that would require you to get that piece of paper, as you put it, to say that you've graduated and so and you've been to university. But there's other things that would not require you to do that. But, and this is a very big but, continue to stay educated.
Yeah, I think
Continue,
learning.
don't ever stop learning.
Yeah.
Just because, you've gone down a different avenue and you haven't gone to university, you need to stay up to date. You need to, because the world is always changing. The world is always evolving. And there are certain fundamentals that it doesn't matter your age, your background, your, who you identify as, certain fundamentals will always be there. Certain principles will always be there. And you can only learn those things. So you have to, whatever you do, you have to stay educated, keep on learning. Even if you do it in an autodidactic way, meaning that you're self-learning, you're self-taught. We have resources now, the internet, as our parents love to remind us. We've got the internet now, we don't need to walk 20 miles to get to school. There's the library right next door, there's, we have all of these benefits, and stay learning. There's more to it as well, because it's easy for me to say that you should continue to learn, but what if you don't know what you want to learn? That's a topic for the next episode.
That is a topic for the next
That's a topic for the next episode. So yeah, there you go. That's the education segment for today. What's been happening in the world of sports? By the way, if you haven't seen the nightmare, the howler that Lauren did last episode, go back and watch episode 1.
I feel like it's only a nightmare and a howler to people who are deeply entrenched in the sporting world. I had a conversation after that episode, and I did say that for myself, I come from a community. Yes, we do have football back home, and it is pretty popular back home. However, I've only watched one football game my entire life.
Yeah.
And it was the World Cup in 2021, when I think England was...
2021?
2021 was my only football game
There
I've
was
ever watched.
no World Cup in 2021.
You sure it wasn't in 2021?
The World Cup?
Yes.
The World Cup happens once every 4 years.
Okay, well, whatever big game
2022?
it was... No, it wasn't 2022. It wasn't 2022. So maybe it was Champions or something. But it was during the summer. And...
The Euros, maybe?
Maybe. It might have been the Euros.
Okay.
I don't know. I spoke with Leonard about it. Anyway.
Okay.
Yes. And
What happened? What happened?
all of the black football players for England missed their penalty
When they missed
kicks.
the penalty. Yeah, that was the Euros. Yeah.
Okay, see? Cool.
That was the Euros.
Even then, I didn't know what I was watching. But I'm
Yeah.
saying that to say that I don't come from a background of football. Now, if we want to talk basketball, if we want to talk track and field.
We will talk about that as
I was
well.
about to say, basketball and track and field. I'm a Caribbean girly.
Yeah.
All right. One thing I know is.
We will be talking about it.
One thing I know, I could chat plenty talk about a 400 meter, a 200 meter. Let's do a 4x4 relay.
I mean-
Nothing's hotter than a 4x1 if you ask me. And as
I mean, I used to run track, so we can talk about it.
I mean, I'm allergic to sports. I said that on the last episode. But yeah, trying to speak to me about football is like trying to speak to you about pageants.
What are you trying to say?
I know about pageants.
Listen. Okay.
Do you know about pageants? Do you know about the scandals that have been occurring with the last Miss Universe?
I know that Steve Harvey said someone's name wrong.
No, that's not the last Miss Universe. That happened like 4 years ago. Exactly. Anyway, tell us about sports, JT.
Look, there's a lot happening right now. But the biggest news, the news that's on everyone's lips at the moment is the World Cup. The World Cup is coming back. The World Cup is happening in America, of all places.
It's in LA, right?
No, it's the whole of, it's America, Mexico,
No,
and
I
Canada.
mean, is it taking place in LA?
I mean, one of the matches will be in LA,
Okay.
or a couple of matches will be in LA.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Why? Why LA? Why'd you ask me?
I don't know. I heard something about LA with the World Cup. And
Oh.
I just hear bits
Yeah.
and bobs.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be across Mexico, America, and parts of Canada. So this is really exciting stuff. But there is a lot of controversy. English. There's a lot of controversy about what's happening at the moment because of the country that is happening in and the whole political state there. But it's not that kind of podcast. We're not going to dive into that. We're not going to dive into that. But it's always interesting to me when we get around to this time of the year when there's a major competition, like either the World Cup or the Euros in this country, in England, how everyone, it doesn't matter if you're interested in football or not, everyone becomes obsessed with this and everybody starts singing, "It's coming home, it's coming, football's coming home." And you can decide for yourself whether or not it's coming home or not. But the World Cup as an occasion, it's the biggest sporting event ever. It's bigger than the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I know football is the biggest sport.
Yeah, like the amount of people that tune into the Super Bowl to watch the Super Bowl is
a fraction.
It's a fraction of how many people tune in to watch the World Cup. My question to you, Lauren, is this: if you had a son or a daughter that had dreams to play in the World Cup one day, would you support them in their sporting journey? Or would you say, no, I don't want you to get into that industry and that's it?
Oh, no, I'd support him 159%. I think sports is, as much as I personally am not tuned into sports, I come from a family that is very big on it.
Yeah.
Ironically so. My aunt is actually in the Sports Hall of Fame back home.
Oh.
And she has done every sport I can think of.
Amazing.
She has trained for several sports. And she is a certified IAAF trainer.
Really?
And yes,
Athletics,
her
interesting.
CV is like 7 pages long of just sports. And I'm very, very proud of her. For me, I would wholeheartedly push for it. And I would say that because we've got talent in Turks, and we've got a lot of sporting talent in Turks. We just need the right push. And any way that I can facilitate that for my own child, I would love to. Because 1, that's a big thing for them. That's their dreams. 2, for me, any child I have, I just want to see them happy.
Yeah.
And 3, if that child does well, the level of patriotism I would put behind my child and my country, flag on my back. Yeah, so I would be 159% for it. There's nothing I would do against it.
We're using... Oh, sorry, go on.
I was going to ask, how did your family feel about you wanting to go into sports? Because you were a professional footballer.
Yeah. I mean, my story is pretty much... it's pretty much on the internet for everyone to see. I've been on several interviews when I've spoken about this, but my family was very supportive. I mean, my dad played football. My uncle played football. It's in the blood, I can say. But they were not given certain opportunities that I was given to actually progress. You know, when back home, it's a bit different. Let me just put it that way. Anyway, so my mum, the only thing my mum said to me when I got scouted, I got taken to Arsenal. I hate talking about this team, but that was my first team that I went to. And when I came back home...
That's funny.
Why?
Because you don't like Arsenal.
No, no. Okay. I don't like the fan base.
Oh.
I don't mind the team. I don't mind the club.
But the fan base.
The fans? Oish.
Yeah, them Arsenal fans are going to blast you like how you were telling everyone to blast me in the comments.
It's just the arrogance for me. Anyways, I remember when I came home from that, and my mum asked me, she was like, "Do you really want to do this?" I said, "Yes, Mum, I do." So she was like, "All right, promise me 2 things." And I remember this conversation so vividly. She said, "Promise me 2 things. Promise me that, number 1, that you're not going to sacrifice your education." For this, you know, parents always have in case you don't work out,
you need a fallback plan.
You gotta fall back on something. So that was the first promise. The second one was, she said, "Promise me that no matter what, you will try your absolute best. That's all I can ask you. Just try your absolute best. Give 100%." And yeah, I did, and I was very fortunate to have a relatively decent career. Certainly for someone like me, my whole background, where I've come from, everything that I've done, it was a dream come true, honestly. Yeah. It was a dream come true. But I say all of that to say that a lot of parents contact us because their child wants to go into a particular sporting field, and they're very much unsure whether or not they should do it. And I'm like, they should do it. Of course they should do it. Not just because of the potential, earnings that one can receive once you've become a professional athlete and, you've achieved great things. But I always say that football taught me everything I needed to know about life. Everything I needed to know about life, I learned through football. And it shapes you, sport in general shapes you, gives you the principles, the discipline that you need, especially as a boy, especially as men like you definitely need that kind of structure. And that's what sports gives you. So parents out there, if your child wants to get into sports, please encourage them. If you can support them, please do support them. If you have any worries, questions about, my child wants to do this and this, I'm not too sure whether or not they should do it, get in touch with us. We will be able to advise you. I know a lot of people. Seriously, I know a lot of people. So yeah, get in touch and we should be able to help you. Okay? Okay. Health and well-being. Health and well-being. Another subject that's very close to our hearts. And I think what did we talk about last episode? I think we touched on rejection. We also touched on how your mental health could be affected if you don't take the right distance. Yeah. So I had something else in regards to this. It's exam season for a lot of the young people that are in school at the moment. They're going for exam. Do you remember when you had to take exams?
I do.
I feel like there's 2 types of people. There are people that they flourish when it comes to this time of the season. They don't really revise. Oh, there was one when I was in school. Yeah, there was this. He was like the smartest person in the whole school, and this is from the time that we were in year 7, 8. He was just so clever. I don't know what happened to him. His name is Joe Kimber. Joe, if you ever, yeah, because I really want to find him. I'm interested to see what he does now. It was funny because at school when we asked him, Joe, you're so clever. What do you want to, do in life when you're older? You never guess what he said.
What did Joe want to do?
Joe wanted to be a zoologist.
That's interesting.
It's very, and there's nothing wrong with that, obviously, but we were not expecting that.
You thought Joe wanted to be
yeah,
physician or something?
yeah, or I don't know, or
putting spaceships in the air.
NASA 2.0, you know. But yeah, Joe was someone that he always used to tell us, like, I didn't revise. He would just turn up in the morning and he would be the first one to finish as well. The exam is like a 2 hour long paper exam. And in an hour, Joe's done and he gets to go home and he never revised and he always used to get straight A's. Were you?
I was not a Joe.
Okay,
no,
okay.
I know a Joe.
Oh,
But
really?
I definitely was
I feel like
not a
everyone
Joe.
knows someone like that, yeah.
I was not a Joe.
Yeah, how did you get through exam season?
Stressing myself out and procrastinating horribly.
Yeah.
For me, through exams, I could only remember things if I wrote it down. So I used to write all my notes over and over again, like
Yeah.
a maniac. And I find that still does help me to remember things. But since then, I did mention in the last episode that I had a job out here where I would go to different schools. And what I would do is present study skills and time management skills to them. And I started using those techniques to teach those students. I took those techniques and started using it on myself because I was doing this while I was in uni and I had exams too.
Okay.
And it was different things like trying to associate, for example, a topic with an object. And keeping in mind this object, it would bring to mind the topic and creating like a spidergram in my brain of everything that I know relating to that topic, which was something I actually used to do in history class as well. When I had my history exams, I would do a bubble, be like Churchill in that bubble, and start branching out, bop, 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 everything I knew about Churchill. That like, and it would just be like a one word. Or the golden age in the U.S., circle that, and everything I could think of, Vanderbilts, whatever.
I'm not going to lie, that sounds like a lot, but how did doing that influence or impact your mental health during that stage?
I would say it wasn't really that impacted my mental health. It was the pressures of my family.
Oh, let's talk about it.
It was the pressures of my family.
Yeah.
And not to say that they necessarily did anything wrong. I think parents just always want their children to do well. But it's just like when you need a mental break, and I think that's something that parents just don't clock sometimes, that mentally you need a break. You have tried your best to get this information into your brain all day, and you're like, you know what? I'm just going to take a breather. The minute you go sit down and breathe, your mom is like, why are you sitting down? It's like, why are you not studying? You're not doing. And it's like, wait, hold up.
Mother don't judge, so mama don't judge.
Yeah, like please. I just need a mental break. But it's just, or my mom's favorite thing to say, like, I do the music segment, so of course I love music.
Yeah.
And music was my reprieve, and I can remember lyrics like nothing. My mom
more than you remember the answers to the exam paper.
Yeah, my mom would say, I hope you know your dad's answers like you know those lyrics. I hope you know it. And it's like, man, I can't even enjoy my songs. Like, so that I think that was what would have impacted my mental. The actual portion of studying wasn't so hard for me. It was all the external things that came from, like, if you don't pass, then boom,
Yeah. The pressure can be real, and the pressure can really have a negative impact on your mental. Sometimes, like when you're going through exam season, don't get me wrong, it is an important period, but it's not the end of the world.
I don't like to say it out loud because some people get upset with me, but ever since I left high school, I have not thought about my GCSEs. That's all I'm gonna say.
Listen, and I'm gonna be very careful not to give out the wrong message here. It is very important.
Yeah.
And it does delay you. I mean, luckily, I got. I wasn't. There was one particular, like maths, for example. If my mum was here, she would be laughing because maths was not my strongest subject at all. And I'll be doing well in other subjects, and then when it came to mathematics, disaster. Yeah. And then, so my last year of secondary school, I specifically focused on that more than others, subjects, just because you needed like maths, English, science.
Yes.
You needed those three. So
yes, you did.
I passed. No, I know I got a C for maths. Got an A for English and I think a B for science, something like that, or B plus or whatever it is. But I passed all of them, so I was good. My friend, on the other hand, he didn't.
Yeah.
He didn't pass maths, so then he couldn't go straight into college. He had to do an extra year. So I say that to say, look, it is important, but it's not the end of the world, because even though my friend failed, he done the extra year and he passed. And you can say, well, you know, that's an extra year that he didn't have to do. It's true. However, you need to find the right balance. In anything in life, it's all about balance. And you don't want to I know people that unfortunately have done things to themselves just because they couldn't handle the pressure.
Because the stress of it.
The stress, the stress of exam period, the exam season is too much. So I'll leave it at this, okay? All of you that's doing your exams, try your best. Yeah. Really focus, like genuinely like focus, knuckle down and focus. And that's all you can do, okay? My approach to life is this: if I know that I've done everything that I can do, possibly,
then you've done enough.
Then that's enough for me. I can live with that. I'm happy with that. And then what's to come next, we will deal with it. But I know that I'll be in a good state of mind because I know that I tried my hardest. I tried my best.
I can agree with that because I think I've always looked at it as, because like I said, I'm a procrastinator.
Yeah.
And my thought process was, if I could pass procrastinating, imagine how great I'd be if I actually tried and if I actually focused.
Yeah.
So for those of you, particularly the procrastinators in the room, just think about this. How great would you be if you gave it your full effort, gave it the amount of effort it actually warrants, rather than just pushing it off to the side? And all the best of luck with your exams. Absolutely.
All the best of luck. Anyone that needs any support, additional support, advice, we're here. And I think that's a wonderful way to sign off. Yeah. Guys, you listen to episode 2 of the Mama Don't Judge podcast. And remember, don't be shy, okay? Mama don't judge. Say it, Mama don't judge.
So Mama don't judge.
Here we go. Guys, take care. See you soon.
People, this is for you. We wanna build community for the whole of the city, helping people rise, yeah, the vision looks pretty, giving young people a voice in a way, no judgment, just hope, making change every day, and we're changing the scope, Marba.